Hi, my name is Gibson, and I'm the creator of the Personal Development School. This is your daily breakthrough video, and in this video, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about different ways to appreciate your partner or spouse in a relationship. So, this is a topic that actually comes up a lot. And I think a big part of this is because when we learn to appreciate somebody that we're in partnership with, friendship with, whatever it might be, just people in general in our lives, the relationship almost always has the needle move. Things get better, things improve magically all of a sudden. And when people feel appreciated, they usually want to show up more. They bring more value to the relationship overall because they feel good in it. And there's really like endless benefits to practicing appreciation. Also, we sort of like remove this lack of mindset, and we can reprogram and recondition ourselves to start seeing things through more of a glass half full. Now, this isn't me saying like appreciate people that aren't treating you well or anything like that. If somebody's not treating you well, hopefully you do enough reprogramming work to have enough self-esteem to leave situations that are not serving you. But I'm talking about things where you just want to make improvements in the relationship. You just want things to continuously expand and thrive, etc. So there's two major features that are properly like getting specific in terms of what will be best received by our loved ones. And I want you to think of it like this. If you're in a situation where somebody's communicating to you their appreciation, but it's in a way that you don't understand it, then it doesn't have that much value. And so it's one thing to say, oh, we should express appreciation. It's another thing to say, we should learn how our partner or spouse, or even a friend or family member, how they best receive appreciation. And we should give her appreciation in that form. And so there's two main features. Number one is somebody's love language. So if you're not already familiar, this is based on Dr. Gary Chapman's work, and he has 5 major love languages. They are quality time, physical touch, words of affirmation, acts of service, and gifts. And these are ways that people both give and receive love. Now, what I've seen historically in my client-based practice for years is that sometimes people would say, oh, we have to appreciate each other more in the relationship, or, oh, we have to make each other feel more loved and supported. But if we are giving in a way that somebody's not receiving, their subconscious mind isn't programmed to receive as much, oftentimes it goes right over somebody's head. So for example, I'd have like a couple come in to my office and they'd say, okay, we're going to support each other more. And let's say the husband would say to the wife, I'm going to show you I love you this week, or show my appreciation. And maybe all week he like brings her breakfast in bed, or brings her coffee, or, does the chores around the house. He may be giving in his love language of acts of service, but she may not receive that in her love language because maybe her love language is physical touch. And so she's like, well, you weren't cuddling and affectionate, and so you didn't make me feel loved. And sometimes people will come in the next week and be like, my husband didn't do anything. And he'd be like, are you kidding me? And you see this like discrepancy because they both give and receive love in different languages. So quality time is pretty clear. Physical touch, pretty clear. Words of affirmation is like encouragement, compliments, etc. Acts of service are some of the things we mentioned a moment ago, and then gifts. So everything's hopefully pretty self-explanatory there. So the more you're giving in your partner or spouse's love language, the better, right? That's how you're showing appreciation. And you can say, hey, I really appreciate you. And so I XYZ, I want to do this act of service, but you wouldn't say do this act of service. You would say whatever the act of service is. Okay. So hopefully that makes sense. So I wanted to give you this gift. So I wanted to create a date night for us to have quality time together. So I'm saying these based on the different love languages. Number 2 is try to notice our top 2 to 3 needs. We all have these subconscious drivers that are our personality needs. And these really fundamentally drive a person's behavior. And when we can understand what somebody else's is that we love, that we care about, and we can speak to those things, it's very empowering for a relationship. Just like when somebody does that for us, we feel really seen, heard, understood, like somebody's really giving to the things that we care about. So let's just say, for example, you take somebody who their personality needs are centered around career growth, financial growth, security, achievement. And let's say they don't really have a lot of really important personality needs driving like social or emotional connection. And then you try to give them or show them appreciation by saying, hey, I booked a night out with all of my friends, and we're going to have a social event. that person might be like, oh, I don't even want to do that. Like you're forcing me into something I don't like. Versus like if you do something that's supporting that person in their achievement or their growth or whatever it might be, that their drivers are all about, hey, I put a budget together for more financial security because I appreciate you and I know that that will mean something to you. Like the more you can speak to what that person's personal needs are, now it's best received and it lands with the person. And so it's a really important thing to be able to recognize and understand. Now, ways of finding out what a loved one's personality needs are. By the way, I put an in-depth course on this, super, super specific, that will help you learn about needs, learn to communicate, learn to give in people's needs, learn to receive, learn your own needs, learn to express your needs, all the things. It's called Discover, Embrace, and Fulfill Your Personality Needs. And you can try it out for free in the school, by the way. There's a link in the description box below for a 7-day free trial. So you can literally go check it out. You should have enough time to like really dive in there. So what we can do is we can learn at a high level. We can sort of identify what people need by things that they focus on, things they talk about a lot, spend their money on. There's 8 major identifiers I talk about in the needs course. We'll go way more in depth, but you can sort of check that out there. So let's talk about how we could even overlap these. So let's say, for example, somebody has a really important, really high personality need on personal growth, and their love language is gifts. So maybe you take them to a seminar or you buy them a book as a gift, right? And you can say, hey, I really appreciate you, everything that you're doing. I wanted to give you this gift with this book that I know you'll love, right? Let's say somebody instead has a really strong personality need around social connection. And maybe their love language is acts of service. So what you could do in that case is you could plan a night out with all of their friends, plan an evening, a get together, right? Or have everybody over and set everything up. And again, it's like their needs and their love language combined, which is very potent. And then let's say it's work. Okay. And let's say like career growth is huge for them. And maybe their love language is words of affirmation. In that case, you might be like, hey, I see how hard you're working. I see how much work means to you. I'm really proud of you. Again, only do things that are authentic and that you want to do. But if you're looking to create more appreciation and also receive more appreciation, sometimes we really get a lot more when we start giving it first. So these are some really powerful ways so that when we're trying to give appreciation, it actually lands and it doesn't feel unreceived. And what I would just say is like, take some of this information and just set the intention to do like one small thing a day or one sort of medium thing a week, and just have some kind of habit that's intentional that you can apply to your relationships on a regular basis so you can really see a lot of positive momentum building. And hopefully this makes a lot of sense. So thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. If you want to learn more, check out some of our courses in the 7-day free trial by clicking the link in the description box. And I really appreciate all of your likes and shares and subscriptions to this channel. And I will see you in tomorrow's video.